Hi, this is Phyllis Tarbox with Above and Beyond Christian Counseling Center. And today I'd like to talk to you about how you can discern and silence the sound of a mocking spirit. Mocking spirits are easy to discern and silence when you know the truth. I'd like to start with a definition. As a verb, mockery deceives, deludes, or disappoints. As a noun, mockery is a counterfeit, an imitation, or a fake. As an adjective, mockery is described as feigned, not real, or a sham. And synonyms for mockery are to cheat, dupe, fool, or mislead. A spirit of mockery taunts and ridicules God's work in your life. Perhaps you've heard or even held a private conversation with a spirit of mockery, and if you did, it will go something like this. Who do you think you are? None of this God stuff is going to work for you because you are worthless. Do you really think anyone's going to listen to you? Mocking spirits make fun of your God-given identity, and their purpose in life is to limit you. God says that you are more than good enough. In fact, you are more than a conqueror in Romans 8:37. God called you worthy, and you can do all things through Jesus Christ who strengthens you in Philippians 4:13. You are not rejected, but you are adopted into the family of God's only Son in Ephesians 1:5. Demons or mockery are common thieves that come to kill, steal, and destroy. They want to remind you of your past so they can abort your future. Now, none of us are immune to hearing demons, but knowing the truth keeps you from listening to them and agreeing with them. I remember listening to a sermon at church one Sunday, and it was about how Jesus did not just die, that the real power was in his resurrection. And as soon as I stepped outside the church that day, someone who was not in that service at all approached me and yelled at the top of their lungs, "All he did was die!" Well, at first, like you, I was really alarmed at their rudeness, and then I realized that it was a spirit of mockery overplaying their hand and using this man to bring the exact opposite of the truth of what I had just heard in that sermon. So from that point on, it switched things for me. I began listening with a different ear, so that when mockery began its assault against what God was doing in my life, I declared, on purpose, the exact opposite. So let me give you an example of how that might work. Once someone called me stupid, and they called me stupid for even believing that I could possibly be renewed and changed for God's plans. And when I heard that, I blurted out, "I must be so brilliant, or the enemy would not use you to say that to me." Of course, they were a little surprised. But when spirits of rejection ganged up with the mocking spirits, then I started to declare, "I am not rejected. I am the apple of God's eye." And I began to think like this every time I heard or I thought something that didn't line up with God's word. It actually ended up being rather comical when people began to mock me. I became joyous. And so pretty soon, the enemy wasn't gaining any torment in any of that, so he gave up. One of the people that used to mock me back then actually slammed their hands on the table one day and yelled out, "I give up! I can't get you anymore." And I realized that there was a demon that was speaking through this person, so I quickly said, "Good, it's time for you to move on." You can win this war too when you study what God says about you. All hell is going to try to deceive you, but your purpose is the same today, yesterday, and the day that you were born. If you've bought the lies, though, and the demonic kingdom has gotten you to come into agreement with them, it's time for you to rise up and take back what has been stolen. Speak the opposite of that mocking sound. Changing your thinking is a great first step. But again, if you need help in breaking demonic assignments that have created a pattern of negative thinking, we are just a phone call away. It's never too late to start, and your purpose is waiting for you. God bless you all, and I hope you have a great day.